the short drama about Ashabulkahfi.
What is Ashabulkahfi?
It's about 7 youths who fell asleep in a cave for hundreds of years.
Wow, hundreds of years. Subhanallah, so interesting.
Okay,
Let's check it out. The performance of 6.1 class short drama Ashabulkahfi. Give it love, everyone.
The story of Ashabulkahfi. At first, many of the inhabitants of the land of Ephesus believed in Allah. But things changed after King Dikyanus took control. His cruelty has made many people miserable. Not only was he cruel, the king was also a disbeliever and an arbiter of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. In the city of Ephesus, there are also believers who hide their faith, including 7 young men who also believe in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Ashabulkahfi. The names of Ashabulkahfi, consisting of 7 youths, are Tamrika, Maksalmina, Martunis, Nainunis, Sarbunis, Falyastakiyunis, Zununis, as well as a dog named Kithmir, who is believed to be the only dog to enter heaven. King Dikyanus also ordered his people to worship idols that had no sense, could not give help, were deaf, blind, and mute. Whoever refuses to worship idols, the king will not hesitate to give the death penalty. Many believers were wronged and tortured painfully by the king. The king did not hesitate to torture people who believed in Allah with various kinds of torments. Some were beaten by whips, some were made hungry and thirsty, some were also thrown alive as food by wild animals. This tyranny is what makes believers worry about themselves. In the end, there are many people who cover up their faith. When it was felt that the believers had run out and disappeared, King Dikyanus thought that he had succeeded in eliminating the believers, when in fact, only Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala can know the contents of the hearts of every creature. Seeing the cruel treatment of King Dikyanus towards people who believed in Allah, the 7 youths finally decided to run away from the city of Ephesus to avoid tyranny. Their journey is accompanied by a very loyal dog. King Dikyanus also knew that there were 7 faithful youths who had fled from the city he led. Seeing that the king did not remain silent, he ordered his army to hunt them down and kill the 7 faithful youths who had fled from the city of Ephesus.
Hey my army, come here all. There are 7 youths who believe in Allah and away from our city. I can kill them down.
The young believers then found a cave. 7 Ashabulkahfi youths chose to isolate themselves and hide in a cave. They were all people who firmly defended their faith, even though they themselves realized that their lives were being threatened by the tyrannical king and his army. It was when they rested in the cave that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala put the 7 youths to sleep for 309 years. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala turning their bodies from right to left. Allah then ordered the sun so that when it rises, it tends to emit its light into the cave from the right, and when it is almost setting, so that its rays begins to leave them from the left. Allah Ta'ala saved them from the pursuit of King Dikyanus, who was cruel and did not acknowledge the existence of the most perfect God. After 309 years, Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala awakened the 7 youths of Ashabulkahfi. They also wondered, how long have they been sleeping in the cave? Their bodies felt very sore, and they all felt very hungry. They also decided for one of them to leave the cave to buy food in the city, And in between their talks, one of the members of Ashabulkahfi, named Tamlika, was willing and said,
I just go to get food.
arriving at the market, he immediately bought food in the form of bread. After buying the bread, Tamlika paid for it with the money that existed in his day. What a surprise! The baker was when he received payment from Tamlika. The baker said to Tamlika, "What is this money, man? Where are you from? Give me the rest of the money, otherwise I'll bring you before the king."
I got this money 3 days ago from selling this for 3 dirhams. Then I left the city because the people are worshipped by Dikyanus.
The baker was angry. Then Tamlika was caught and taken away to the king. The new king is someone who can think and act justly. The king also remembered the story of the 7 youths who disappeared 309 years ago, and the names mentioned by Tamlika are exactly the same as the names of the youths who disappeared during the cruel reign of Dikyanus. The king, the army, and the people of Ephesus who saw Tamlika's witness were shocked. The king immediately said,
Oh Allah, is this your greatness? You show us proof of your greatness.
The people also kissed Tamlika's hands and feet while wondering. Tamlika told them that all of his friends were still in Al-Kahfi's cave. The king and his followers immediately took Tamlika to the cave. Arriving near the cave, Tamlika said to the king and their followers,
I am afraid that my friend will hear the sound of wolf or the sound of women. They must have suspected Dikyanus was coming and they will all die. Therefore you guys, just stop here.
Then all stopped waiting, and Tamlika entered alone in the cave. Seeing Tamlika coming, his friends stood up for joy, and Tamlika hugged him tightly. To Tamlika they said,
Praise and thanks be to Allah, who has saved you from the Dikyanus.
Tamlika replied,
What business do we have with Dikyanus? Do you know how long we have lived here?
We only have a day or a few days.
they answered.
No,
Tamlika denied.
we have lived here for 309 years. Dikyanus has long been dead. Generation after generation has passed one after another, and the people of that city have believed in Allah the Most High. They are coming to meet us now.
Tamlika's friend replied,
Hey Tamlika, do you want to make us the people who shape the whole universe?
Then, what do you want?
Tamlika asked back.
Raise your hands up high, and we will do the same.
They answered. The 7 of them all raised their hands up, then prayed.
Oh Allah, with the truth that you have shown us about the strange things that we are experiencing now, take our lives without the knowledge of others.
Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala granted their request, then ordered the angel of death to take their lives. Then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala obliterated the cave door without a trace. From the story of Ashabulkahfi, we can learn several lessons, including, first, we must have the courage to defend the faith even though life is at stake. Secondly, Allah will save those who fight for their faith. For the last, we should not deny the existence of Qiyamah. Hopefully, this story will strengthen our faith in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Amin ya rabbal alamin.
Alhamdulillah, I think that's all from our performance. We are from 6-1 class, and now for the players. We have Theo as Ifmir. We have Arya as the lion. We have 7 boys. Their portray as Ashabulkahfi. We have 2 kings, the bad and the good one. We have 4 armies. We also have 5 citizens. We have L as the angel of death. And also we have 3 idols. We have Ken as the narrator. And also myself as the seller. Thank you for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.